Hello and welcome to historic Loring Arena in Framingham, Massachusetts for Holliston Panther hockey, only on HGAT TV. Tonight, the Panthers face off against the undefeated Hopkinton Hillers. I'm Jeremy Krauss. Alongside me is Don Cronin on camera and my co-host, Owen Radcliffe. Owen, Holliston is facing an undefeated Hillers team tonight. What do they have to focus on to end their winning streak?
Well, the main thing I think you have to focus on is puck control. The last couple of games, they've been fortunate to play kind of a weak schedule coming in, and they've been getting some offensive opportunities, but they've been settling for some poor shots when they should try and maybe spend a little more time trying to create an offense against a strong Hillers defense. And the Hillers, they're a very fast team, get up and down the ice very quickly, so it'll be important for the Panthers to have that D-line get back quick enough and really prevent some breakaway goals for the Hillers.
Holliston comes into this game 8-2-0, getting a win and a loss since last time we were on broadcast. Their head coach, Dan Geary. We'll be right back with the opening faceoff.
Hello and welcome back to Loring Arena as the Holliston Panthers take on the Hopkinton Hillers, getting set for faceoff here. Starting lineup for Holliston: Sam Farrell, Christian Schneelock, Hunter McElhaney making up the front line with Ryan Dutcher and Tommy Labb back on D, Nico Quattromoni in net. Panthers win the face-off, but give it up. Hopkinton takes it back by their own blue line, up to the neutral zone. Put it down along the boards, deflected off a Holliston player, down behind net. Dutcher giving chase. Dutcher gets it in the corner, fights a player for it. Farrell fighting for it. Tommy Labb pinning a man up against the wall. Dutcher giving chase to the far corner. Dutcher has it, flicks it up the boards. Hopkinton rifles it back down. Right along the boards, down to the near side. Taken by Labb. Labb flips it up and into the crowd. 14:27 left as we'll have a face-off coming right up.
Yeah, I think we're talking about, puck possession tonight. It's going to be really important for Holliston to keep the puck away from Hopkinton. They're just such a lethal team when they're hemmed in on the offensive zone. So you're going to have to look out for Holliston to really get nice passing tonight.
Saponaro and Geary and Larsh come in as the puck goes down to the Holliston end. Dutcher giving chase, but outskated by Sean Walsh, but he takes it back. Larsh coming up the boards. Freshman getting some quality ice time. Puts it down behind the Hopkinton net. Hopkinton takes it back off the boards. Dutcher takes it. Dutcher fighting for some skates. Nick Larsh has it. Nick Larsh flicks it up behind the Hopkinton net. Taken by Hopkinton, coming around. Off the board. Take it, looking middle. Deflected by Saponaro. Saponaro fighting for it. Saponaro has it. Saponaro gets taken off him by Andrew Gilbert, who flicks it down up to the blue line into the Holliston zone. Walsh takes it. Oh, wow. Walsh trying to get the wraparound. A little shot there by Pavet Mera. And Walsh going for the ricochet. But Holliston has it. Farrell giving chase. Dylan Manser with the puck.
That was a really great save there by Quattromoni.
Great save. Put down along the boards behind the Hopkinton net, and we'll have icing. So it's coming back to the Holliston zone. 13-14 left.
That shot had come just outside of the circles, and it kind of, I don't know if it deflected in front, but Quattromoni had to get his left leg out pretty quickly there to make that save. It's good to keep your team in at 0-0 early. Don't want to let one in early and have your team down.
Farrell comes in for the faceoff against Dan Kirk. Kirk wins it. High puck going up. Farrell and Kirk go for the jump ball. Taken by Payne. Payne puts it along the boards. Hopkinton has it. Shot ricochets in front of the net. Then back behind the net. Some contact. Heffernan takes down a man. Takes down Quinlan, but it looks like we will have a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like the captain going to the box here for tripping.
Heffernan headed to the box, it looks like. Yep. There was some contact back there. It looked clean from here, but we don't have a great angle. Refs must have seen something we didn't. 12:57 left as the Hillers start a 2-minute power play. Face-off won by the Hillers. Back to the blue line. Down to the near side. Coming in, down to the corner. Loses his traction, and Holliston flings it up the ice all the way back to the Hopkinton goalie on a one-hop. And great effort there coming down. It looks like Christian Schneelock got all the way down there in time And Farrell putting great pressure on in the forecheck. Coming in. Schneelock going for the hit and missed. Walsh coming down. Walsh loses the puck and loses his.
What transition?
Farrell coming into the blue line. Farrell. Low shot. Deflected easily. Down to the near corner. Hopkinton coming up into the neutral zone. Past mid-ice. Flying down is Kyle Rogers as he puts it along the boards for himself, but Dutcher fights him off. And then he puts it down to the near corner. Mera has it. Mera out to Walsh. Walsh with the blue line. Walsh going back. Going back in the neutral zone. Great pressure by Schneelock. Forces him to give it up. As he's coming down, Andrew Gilbert flying down to the near side. Shot wide left. Good hit by Saponaro, putting the man up against the boards. Seems to have broke his stick. Fighting along the boards. 2 men from Hopkinton, 1 man from Holliston. Wrap around. Out to the near side. Out to the blue line is Walsh. Walsh down, slap shot. High and wide right. Coming back down along the board. Schneelock giving chase. Walsh has it. Schneelock might have got away with a little bit of a slashing there. Went right into the leg. As Walsh coming down to the blue line. Tries to go between his legs, but Dutcher takes it and puts it up against the boards. There's 18 seconds left in the power play.
That's a great product of just good positioning there. Just puck comes right to you. Just snap it right out. Another 15, 20 seconds off of this power play.
Yeah, Gilbert gives it to Mera. Mera down to Jarrett. Jarrett up to the far side. Dumps it off to a player. Shot. Low, deflected by Quattromoni. Hopkinton puts it up against the boards. Lab out to Dutcher. Dutcher looking. Dutcher to Saponaro. Saponaro trying to get it all the way down, but caught by a Hopkinton player. Excuse me, that's Geary. And Hopkinton has it on the far side. Puck's bounced up and blown dead. So we'll clear the broken stick and resume action.
That was unlucky for Sam Farrell there over on the far side. He got into a collision there and his stick got in between the opposing player and the boards and just got that snap right in half, and it's an expensive mistake.
As Trevor Fanara steps into the faceoff down in the Holliston zone, Fanara has it. Fanara takes a big hit from a massive Dan Kirk. And Heffernan in the near corner. He puts it up along the boards, stopped by Hopkinton. Easy glove save for Quattromoni on the shot from Dylan Manser.
Yeah, he saw it all the way. That was an easy save for Quattromoni. But so far here, Hopkinton using their power play to their advantage here, at least keeping it mostly in the offensive zone for them. Holliston's really got to make sure when they get possession of it, they get it up and out.
Yeah, power play's over. Panthers back to full strength as Farrell steps in for the faceoff against Joe Carrazza. Puck is down. Holliston has it. Coming up, Holliston looking for Schneelock. Schneelock going down. Chasing Manser, and it'll be icing. So we'll come right back to the Holliston territory, Holliston zone, with 10:15 left in the first period.
Face off to the left of Quattromoni.
Farrell comes in on the far side against Joe Carrazza. Farrell wins it down to Payne. Payne tries to cut back, pushed up against the boards by Terry. Farrell goes headfirst into the boards. Seems to be all right. Looking out in front, it's Hopkinton. Takes it back. And that's Heffernan down. Tries to ride along the board. Stopped by Hopkinton, who puts it right back to the near corner. Payne has it. Payne going behind the net. Out to McElhaney. McElhaney gets put up against the boards, and we'll have another penalty.
It was interesting because Farrell had gotten hit from behind pretty much in the same area over there, and now it was a tougher hit on McElhaney that ends up getting the penalty. And it'd be number 7, I believe, of the Hillers going to the box.
Aiden Walsh heads to the box for what would appear to be 2 minutes.
Boarding is the call.
And so now Holliston will have a chance on the power play. Had a good kill earlier in the period. And now, it's a 5-minute.
Wow. Okay, so it was a major penalty.
Farrell steps into the circle. Hopkinton wins the faceoff, and they clear it all the way down.
A very emphatic call by the referee, quickly making that decision to make it a 5-minute.
Quattromoni stops it, gives the Lab. Lab cuts back behind the net. Coming up the near side. Taking his time to the blue line. He was looking for Saponaro or Farrell. And neither of them were looking for the puck, and we'll have icing, so we'll send it back down to the Holliston zone. 9:27 left, still 4:40 left in the power play.
Well, many mistakes there by Holliston. You really, taking advantage of this whole 5 minutes here, you really want to get as much offensive zone time as you can, as it looks like the Hillers might have the advantage on you in terms of speed tonight. So any opportunities that you get, you really want to take advantage.
Walsh gets sent out, Rogers comes in, and Rogers puts it up into the net. And we'll be right back with the face-off. Walsh comes back into the circle, facing up against Saponaro. Puck down. Heffernan has it. Heffernan gives it to Farrell. Farrell coming up the far side. Farrell to the blue line into the Hopkinton zone, looking for Geary. Geary coming down. Geary in the far corner. Geary up to Heffernan. Heffernan misses it. Sean Walsh giving chase. Sean Walsh very fast. And he has it. Coming down to Quattromoni's left. Wraparound backhand. Good. That's a goal. Shorthand wraparound by Sean Walsh.
That was a real tough one. Pass came from deep by Geary all the way, and it squirted all the way past the point, and it was a race for the puck back. And a good stick lift there by the Hiller player, Walsh, to get that puck away from the defenseman, and they have a shorthanded goal on the board.
A nifty goal by Walsh makes it 1-0 Hopkinton with 9:02 left in the period and 4:13 left in the power play as Dutcher comes down to the near corner. He crosses ice to Lab. Lab gets it taken off him by Kirk. Saponaro back behind the net to Dutcher. Dutcher looking for Saponaro. Saponaro coming into the neutral zone into mid-ice. He's looking for Farrell. Kirk gets a stick in there, knocks it out, and knocks it back down the ice. Back to the far corner. Dutcher crossing ice, cuts back behind the net. Coming in, looking Walsh on the forecheck, takes it right off him. And he rides it down along the boards. As Lab has it, Lab coming up the near side. Lab looking for Saponaro, bounced over Saponaro's stick, and Hopkinton clears it right down the ice as a Hopkinton player takes a little spill there. Dutcher has it. Dutcher looking up ice for Farrell. Farrell coming in the near side. Farrell loses it, and Hopkinton takes it. And they ride it down along the boards, back to the net. Quattromoni will stop it. And he will look for Lab, who crosses it back to Dutcher. Dutcher coming up. Dutcher looking for Farrell. A little bit behind him. Hopkinton able to clear it again. Dutcher has it. 3 minutes left in the power play. Coming up the far side. He's got Saponaro down ice. But he'll look to gets taken off him. Picked off him by Curtis Terry as Lab takes it behind the net. Lab coming up. Quattromoni's right. Looking up ice for Joe Williams. Or Jay Willie as they call him. But he loses it. Gives back to Dutcher. Dutcher back to Jay Willie, who puts it down on the boards. Down in the near corner, Hopkinton side to Dutcher. Dutcher going for the shot, bounced over his stick. He takes it back to mid-ice. He'll try and cut back, and he'll dump it off to Lab. Lab by the blue line. Lab cross ice to Dutcher. Dutcher coming up the near side. Into the Hopkinton zone, takes a hit along the boards, but maintains control of the puck. A little pump fake, and we'll have a delayed penalty coming up, so it looks like this Panthers power play is about to get a little longer. Not clear what the penalty was.
I believe it might be for a slash.
It would appear so. So the Panthers will have 2:05, or I guess they'll have 2 minutes. They'll have 2 minutes of this power play of a little,
It's a matching
minor.
minor.
It's matching minor. All right.
Honestly, that's quite interesting. I'm not sure how the player with the puck could have slashed the opposing player, but we have matching minor, so it'll be a 5-on-4.
Yeah. As Geary takes the face-off, Hopkinton has it. Hopkinton clears it down ice. Quattromoni puts it up along the ice. Geary has it. Geary coming down the far side. The near side, excuse me. Cross ice to Heffernan. Heffernan down to the corner. Rides it up along the boards behind the net. Farrell and Geary double teaming a guy there. Down to the far corner. They try to put it up against the boards. Heffernan stops it though. But Walsh has it. Walsh gives it up to Rogers. Rogers coming down the far side. Tries to cross ice back to Walsh. But good defense by Heffernan. Heffernan with a nice hip check. But looks like we will get a penalty.
Okay, so it looks like the referees are going to try and take control of this game quite early, as they think that might get a little too rowdy. But this was really interesting to me, as the Hillers player was the player to initiate the contact, and Geary was just putting himself out to protect himself, and that's a penalty. So now it looks like it will be even strength for 1:27.
Yeah, Geary headed to the box for 2 minutes. Looked like Heffernan got a nice check in there. Hip seems to be doing well. As Walsh wins the faceoff, comes back out to the blue line, gives it off. Shot through Quattromoni's glove, wide right. Hopkinton maintains the puck though, as they have it at the blue line. Coming down to the near side. Ricochets it off the boards, back to Walsh. Walsh takes a spill. Defense by Tommy Labb coming in there. But he maintains the puck as he tries to wrap it around, loses control of the puck. Down to the corner, dumps it off to Rogers. Rogers, good hit there by Connor Heffernan, looked like, but it looks like we're going to get a penalty.
Apparently it wasn't a
Another
good
penalty,
hit.
so
they're calling it a knee-on-knee hit.
the penalty box getting a little crowded. Prime real estate out there. Now got 5 guys in there, 3 from Holliston, 2 from Hopkinton. As it'll get a little cozy in there.
So I think it'll be 4-on-3 for 55 seconds. And then it'll be 5-on-3 for another 20, 30.
Yes, it will. Sam Farrell stepping in for the faceoff. He gets sent out. Labb comes in. Hopkinton wins it, but they send it all the way back down to their own zone.
That was a good play there by Farrell, just getting on the offense and just hitting that puck on the faceoff dot.
As Mera comes up the near side. Coming down, tries to wrap it around, puck gets knocked up. Back behind the net. Mera keeps it out to the blue line. Tried to get a shot in there. Quattromoni kills it. 5:20 left as we'll have a face-off. 33 seconds left on the Hopkinton power play. Or excuse me, 33 left in the 4-on-3. 37 left in the power play. As Farrell, ref took a little puck to the face there. Seems to be all right.
I think the faceoff will come outside the zone.
It would appear that way. Farrell gave a little hit after losing that faceoff. Some emotions coming out. 5:16 left in the period. Schneelock steps in for the faceoff. Puck is down. Able to knock it down to the Hopkinton zone, but Hopkinton will be coming right back into the neutral zone past mid-ice, into the Holliston zone, coming down the near side. Number 6, Andrew Gilbert, coming behind the net, down to the far side. He'll dump it back along the boards. Appears to be Andrew Moore, getting pushed up against the boards by Labb and Julian Payne. Big hits, some pushing, some shoving, and Pavitt Mera comes away with the puck as he puts it back out to the blue line, down to the near corner, cross-iced back to the blue line. Mera has it, Mera shot right into the belly of Quattromoni.
Good job there on the net front presence by both teams, because you have Hillers trying to fight for a good screen in front, but the Holliston defensemen are doing a very good job of clearing them out of the crease to have Quattromoni have a good eye on that puck. And that's turned to a 5-on-3 power play now for another 22 seconds.
Saponaro comes into the faceoff. Won by Hopkinton. Got a little caught up in the ref's skates there, but Hopkinton comes away with it. Back out to the blue line is Walsh. Walsh down to the corner, and they give it right back to Walsh. Walsh running point. Down to the near side. Shot! A goal! Shot by Pavitt Mera. Appears to get in between the stick and skate of Quattromoni.
I think it was tipped in front by number 19 there.
Looks like it, number 19, Tommy Hamlet, the captain, senior captain.
They have a 5-on-3 power play goal. Came with 8 seconds left on the 5-on-3 power play. So Holliston, I think, will still be down a man for another 39 seconds.
So the combination of Mera and Hamlet find the back of the net. Hopkinton extends their lead to 2-0. Mera cross ice. Coming back to Mara. Mara coming up into the Holliston zone, puts it against the boards. Quattromoni goes for it, misses it. Number 19, Tommy Hamlet, takes it right back, gives it to Kyle Rogers, who comes back around the net to Mara. Mara coming up the near side, cuts back, looking for Rogers. Rogers going down behind the net. He'll give it back to Hamlet, who puts it out to the blue line to Walsh. Walsh cross ice. Shot off Saponaro. Saponaro looking for Farrell. Saponaro took a big hit there as Farrell coming down the near side. Farrell cuts back, cuts around the net. Got two guys on him. And Hopkinton picks it off him. Little stick check there, took it away. And Walsh flying down the ice, and we'll have an offsides. So that face-off will come back with 3:31 left.
Yeah, play picking up a little bit here, a little bit more contact coming from both teams. Not that it didn't boil over a little bit here, but at least now we have a little bit of contact without calls coming after it.
Yeah, power play finishes up. 3:31 left in the period. As Trevor Fanara gets sent out. And it looks like Joe Williams is going to step in his place. Kirk takes it off of Williams in the face-off. Cross ice. They put it all the way down to the far corner. Payne giving chase. Payne down. Payne has the puck. Pushed up against the boards by Terry. Fighting for it. And Kirk comes away with it, but Payne picks it off him. Kirk out in front of the net. Looking for number 10, Will Quinlan. But it appears that Trevor Fanara will take it. He'll come back, put it off against the boards. Oh, big hit against the boards as it goes down back behind the Holliston net. Payne took a little hit from Kirk there, stayed on his feet, and cleared down the ice by Joe Williams.
Well, they blew
the
play dead, even
Yeah.
though the puck came right into the goaltender. But I guess we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
Holliston coaches pretty irked about that.
I would be too.
Face off, center ice. Farrell steps in against number 22, Joe Carrazza. Won by Farrell. Farrell to Geary. Geary takes a little spill. Puck's put against the boards. Schneelock with a good hit against the boards, knocks the puck loose. Puck goes cross ice. Geary, excuse me, not Geary, Julian Payne. Heffernan has it in the far corner. Heffernan comes back behind the net, cuts back. Down in the far corner. He rides it along the boards all the way down, and Geary takes it. Geary has it down to the far corner. As Hopkinton will pick it off him. They'll put it against the boards. Quick man going down, Dylan Manser, showing off the wheels.
There we go.
And we'll get a penalty.
I think that'll be probably slashing, as it was a very hard stick lift from the Hiller player to throw. I think it was Heffernan's stick all the way up into the lighting, and that blew that chance for Hopkinton down. And with 2:13 left in the period, Holliston has a 2-minute power play.
So Holliston will be on the power play for effectively the rest of the period. As they give it to Saponaro. Saponaro with the shot. Puck bounced up. Punched out by a Hopkinton player down to the near corner. Farrell puts it down to Lab. Lab on the blue line. Lab back down to Farrell. Lab and Rogers getting a little pushy-shovey. But it goes down to Quattromoni. Quattromoni has it. Quattromoni's going to bounce it off the boards to Farrell. Farrell right by the Hopkinton bench. A little stick handling comes back to Heffernan. Heffernan up to Saponaro. Saponaro with a high bounce off the boards. It looks like it got right between the glass and the boards and bounced right up into the netting. So we'll have a face-off, minute 28 left in the power play.
Yeah, puck careened right on the hand dasher and bounced up into the protective netting, and we'll have a face-off just out inside the blue line, I believe. Nope, it will be outside the zone.
So it'll be in the neutral zone. Hopkinton side, far dot. Walsh gets sent out, Rogers comes in. And it's blown dead.
Cross-checking is the call.
Cross-checking.
On a Holliston player, I believe, Saponaro.
Sam Farrell headed
Sam
to
Farrell.
the box. So we'll have another 4v4.
Negates the
for
Holliston
minute
power play.
25. As they'll be even again. Minute 38 left in the period, minute 25 left in the 4v4, and then another 35 seconds of a Hopkinton power play. With about a half coming now, half coming in the second period. Walsh puts it against the boards, down to Rogers behind the net. Rogers gets it taken off him by, looks like Joe Williams, who puts it up to Saponaro. Saponaro, little move around a defender there, but Walsh takes it. Walsh down behind the, down to the far side, to the near side, excuse me. Cross ice, to Walsh. Walsh coming down. Walsh everywhere on the ice today. Joe, looks like Connor Heffernan went for the hit. Took a little spill. And Rogers has it. Rogers, cross ice, shot. Easy save for Quattromoni. Heffernan has it in the near corner. Heffernan looking to put it up against the ice, but it bounced off his stick. And Walsh will take the puck. Good hit by Heffernan against the boards, sending Quentin Barnes down to the ice. Lab getting a little physical, and Heffernan will have it. Heffernan on the near side. Heffernan up the ice, looking for Saponaro, looking for Schneelock. Oh! Looks like we'll have a penalty on Hopkinton as a Hopkinton player.
No, it'll be on Holliston.
Oh!
It'll be on Schneelock for cross-checking.
That looked like they both punched each other in the face. I don't see how one player is more at fault than the other. But also, so we'll have a 4-on-3 for 23 seconds. 36.6 left in the period. So Schneelock heads off to the box. Geary steps in for the face-off. Won by number 4, Pavitt Mera. A shot by Hopkinton, wide right, off of Quattromoni's skate. Down to the far side. Gilbert has it. Gilbert back down behind the net. Goes up. Chaparocious looking for the big slap shot. He missed it. And
that's great rebound control there by Quattromoni. The puck came on his left pad, and he did a great job of keeping it within himself.
Able to pin down the shot from Gilbert.
12 seconds remaining
face-off
in the period.
12 seconds left. Yes, 2-0 Hopkinton.
Holliston's just going to look to win this face-off and get it down ice for the end.
As Mera steps in against, appears to be Ryan Dutcher. Dutcher wins the face-off, the lab, as Heffernan has it. Heffernan gets it taken off him. Hopkinton out to the blue line. Shot in. Ricochets out in front of the net. Quattromoni going for it. And the end of the period is a godsend for the Panthers, as a risky ricochet was taking place right in front of the net. So after one, we have 2-0 Hopkinton off of 2 power play goals. And we'll be right back after this with the second period action from Loring Arena.
Welcome back. We're just about set for second period action here, as Sam Farrell and Christian Schneelock still in the box. Sam Farrell for another 21 seconds, and Schneelock about another minute after that. We have the face-off, and Saponaro wants to get quick on that puck, but it comes back to the Hillers as they dump it in from the red line. Walsh all the way around the boards. Toko dumping it down there. Down with it is Rogers, putting it back to the point. Gilbert across. Low, down low, looking for the tip in front by Tommy Hamblett. Goes all the way to the near side corner. They play it down low. Back to the point again. Gilbert passes it across. Maybe looking for a one-timer chance here. Hamblett plays it down low. Shot! Save made by Quattromoni. And we'll have just a face-off. Quattromoni looking like he wanted maybe a little bit of a call.
Quattromoni's been solid in net all day. That Panthers D-line's been holding up pretty well too against the speedy Hopkinton, the speedy Hopkinton players. You know, Sean Walsh coming in there, and they've really been doing a pretty solid job. You know, score doesn't reflect it, but they've had 2 unlucky goals in the power play. Very solid so far from what I'm seeing.
Mara wins the face-off back to the point. Walsh plays there with Mara. Mara back to Walsh, looking for a drive. Save made, blocked in front. Gilbert across to the far side. Mara waiting there, they cycle up high. And a penalty might be coming up, I'm not sure. They blew play dead.
Well, we commented on this during the intermission. It was a very slow first period. A lot of stoppage by the refs. The refs were also kind of getting in the way of some plays.
So
and, little third-party action with the game.
And so the faceoff just comes out to the neutral, so no call to be made. I'm not really sure why they blew play dead. But Mara streaking through. Plays on the forehand all the way around the corner. Puts it in front, looking for a drive. The save made there by Quattromoni in front from Kyle Rogers' shot. A drive by Gilbert, tipped in front, and another save by Quattromoni. Dumping it out is Farrell there. But it's taken by the Hillers defense. Shot right into the Hiller bench. And that caught one of their players, I think Dan Kirk, on the bench as he comes out. 13:31 remaining in the second period. 2-0 your score. Hillers on top.
That was a great save by Quattromoni down there. Able to keep a good eye on the puck, knock it off with that right pad, and he ended up with his skate on top of the net. I don't really know how that happened, but a ref was right there and didn't blow anything, so I assume no penalty. Looked like a little hit from the Hopkinton player.
Dumped in by Dutcher. Saponaro, a good forecheck there on the end boards. Play it in the corner. Lab at the point. It's played to the slot. And Lab takes it from the dump out by the Hillers. Off the end boards, tapped there by Bailey. Squirted out, top of the zone, kept in on the line. Hillers wanted a quick pass up, but now it's taken there by Dutcher. Comes back, passes to his D partner Lab. Lab back across to Dutcher on the far side. They play D to D. Lab trying to advance, a big hit in the neutral zone there by Dan Kirk as he advances the puck. Quattromoni stops it next to his net. Played around the boards, forecheck by Kirk. Backhander in front, comes all the way to the point. The drive was well wide, but Quattromoni made the save anyway.
Great quick line change there by the Panthers. Right as Lab took that hit, went down, lost the puck. The Hillers picked it up, but by the time they got to the blue line, Panthers already had a new fresh line out there. They were able to chase him down and knock the puck out and force a quick rushed shot.
Farrell in on the face-off against Joe Carrazza. Played in the corner there by Payne. Around onto the far side, backhander up the boards. And it's Farrell trying to streak the right wing. All the way through to the corner, back behind the Hiller net. Farrell, a poke check on the puck, but it's played out by the Hiller defense and dumped back in cross corner. Back to retrieve Cam Jarrett. Circles his own net, off the glass, and dumped all the way back down, and it won't be icing. He's waved off. And this also will not be icing as the puck passed a Hiller player on its way down the ice. On the near side, Jake Weinstock deflects it past all the way down low, finding Connor Heffernan. Play to the right wing. Jarrett trying to poke it further, but it's taken there by Fanara. Played back to the defenseman. Fanara deflects it. It was Gallagher who took it across the blue line, and it'll be hooking the call. Tommy Hamblett going to the box.
Yeah, great job by the Panthers there. Kevin Corbett had a little breakaway. He was outnumbered, but he was putting a good effort in, able to draw that penalty and get the Panthers on a nice 2-minute power play with 11:17 left.
Face-off will be to the right of Bailey. Saponaro in on the face-off for Holliston, but it's won back defensively by the Hillers. Wrapped around the boards by Gilbert onto the far side, tipped off the kick plate, and now taken ahead by Sam Walsh. Sean Wolf, excuse me. On the far side, hit the skate of the referee, bounces in front, all the way to Walsh in front, backhander in front, top shot, score! Kyle Rogers in front. Gets another shorthanded goal for the Hillers and puts them up 3-0, excuse me.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for the Panthers. They had a Hopkinton player had the puck right down by Quattromoni's left. Took a shot, ricocheted off, right out in front. Quattromoni just not even half a second late coming across, and player was able to go top shelf.
It was a little disappointing as well. On the far side, it had hit the referee's skates, and that's what allowed Hopkinton to keep possession in the zone. Dumped out by the Holliston defense, but grabbed down by Andrew Gilbert. Poke checked further, backhander through the neutral zone by Saponaro, finds Farrell. He enters the zone, gets it back to Dutcher. Waiting there, wrister blocked in front. Dutcher does a nice job keeping possession, but it's outside of the zone. Holliston regroups. Farrell plays it past the blue line all the way across. Saponaro holds it there on the left dot. Pushed down the low corner. Put towards the net. Deflected over to the far side. Dutcher can't hold on to it as there's a good collision on the far side boards. Dutcher back to retrieve. A long streaking pass through the neutral zone all the way in on the goaltender, Bailey. Schneelock going for a ride there low. And it comes all the way back to the Holliston zone. Dutcher trying to find a pass right wing. It's Schneelock now finding Lab in the neutral zone. Dutcher dumps it all the way in, gloved down by Bailey. And he'll hold it for a face-off. 9:31 remaining in the second period, 3-0 your score. 14 seconds remaining on the Holliston power play.
Yeah, we mentioned before this game started that Hopkinton was undefeated. They've been shown, they've certainly shown why they're undefeated so far, up 3-0. They're quick on the ice, crisp passes, good shots. Really great challenge for the Panthers here tonight.
Dutcher playing it to the right wing. The pass gets away from, that was Trevor Fanara. And it looks like it will be icing against the Hillers.
Yeah, going back to Hopkinton's record, Panthers have a very tough schedule this week. They had Norwood on Monday. They have Hopkinton tonight, and they have Dedham a little bit later this week. Those three teams combined have one loss, and it was when Norwood lost to Hopkinton. So really, after starting 8-1, the Panthers have a real test this week.
Saponaro wanted to go aggressive on the face-off. It's tipped up high in the zone. Trying to backhand it was Heffernan, but it's come in. As Julian Payne lost his stick. Played along the far side boards there, taken by Mara. Top of the circle, going low, Quinlan. Along the half boards, backhanded across the neutral zone onto the far side, looking for Nick Larsh. Jump back, Geary in on the forecheck, doing a nice job getting his stick in there. Comes back to the point. Shot in front, there's Saponaro looking for the rebound shot. It goes off the apron of the goal. And a pass in front in the crease. Shot goes toward goal, that one blocked. Coming in from the neutral zone is Payne. He pinches down all the way to left boards, backhanded out by the Hillers. And back to retrieve is Connor Heffernan. Played on the right wing. A good poke check though by the Hillers. Lab trying to advance it up the right wing, a bouncing puck. And it's Schneelock trying to get his forecheck engaged. Played out by the Hillers up the right wing. Weinstock trying to feed it in front, a shot coming, and the play is blown dead. Faceoff will be just outside the Holliston zone.
Yeah, I've been seeing a little of a new number out here tonight. Number 7, Nick Larsh. He's gotten some ice time throughout the season, but he seems to be getting a good amount tonight. Brother of Jack Larsh, graduated a few years ago. Nick a freshman, but he's getting some good minutes tonight. Quick
dump in from the red line, cross corner, back to retrieve is Dutcher. trying to play it up the right wing boards, gets it all the way through. Back is Barnes, plays it to his D partner. Dumped all the way back in by Carrazza, and icing is the call.
Certainly have been a lot of calls tonight. 7:22 left. We've had, I'd say, an aggregate 8, 9 guys head to the box.
Maybe 10.
Yeah. And we're only about a period. We're about halfway through the game right now. So the refs have really been a factor here tonight, as 2, I think maybe even 3 of the Hillers' goals have come on the power play.
There's a good keep in there by Dutcher on the far side. It's come all the way to the near side. Backhander by Lab. Kept in for a second, but then taken back out. And the Hillers want transition. Carrazza all the way around. Aiden Walsh on the far side. Pinching was Quentin Barnes. And a hold there by Quattromoni. 6:52 remaining in the second period. 3-0 Hillers, your score.
Good job there by the Panthers D line, standing fast as the Hillers released an onslaught of shots right there. They've been really on an offensive barrage all night. Panthers defense really stepped up.
Play to the corner. Looked like Payne was upended there, but he gets up all right. Saponaro, a backhander, played to himself and went right in front of the goal there, but a good play trying to get it out. Nick Larsh plays it back to the defenseman. Played all the way back up, looking for the long stretch pass to Saponaro, but it's too far. No icing, though, as it was canceled out. Now played up the left wing, Sean Walsh. Streaking in on the left wing. Stops up on the hash marks, plays it back. Heffernan grabs it in the corner, pushed off. Comes all the way to the near side to retrieve is Julian Payne. Come back down and shot back in by Saporoshetz. Played around the back of the net, Connor Heffernan. Pinch down the left wing is the Hiller defenseman. A wraparound chance, a great save, I think, by Quattromoni. Came back out with a shot deflected and goes to the near side corner. Sean Walsh down to the far side. Heffernan trying to get it out. Kept in at the point. A wrist shot going high. And I think it deflected up and out of play, maybe.
Yeah, as this game turns a little more physical, we've seen some big hits in the last few minutes. You know, Hopkinton's size is really starting to come into play. Dan Kirk, large man, who's about 195. And number 2, Saporoshetz. He's listed as 175, but, I mean, I've played some baseball with him. He's not 175. He's a very, very large man.
Put in front, loose puck. And Quattromoni has his glove on it. And they're going to be sending another Holliston player to the box, I believe.
Christian Schneelock, it looks like.
Schneelock doing a little protesting, and they're not going to have it.
There was a little scuffle in front of the net. Looked like Dutcher and Schneelock tag teamed a guy who was giving Quattromoni some trouble.
So with 5:19 in the second, the Hillers get another power play opportunity. Geary, head coach for Holliston, just discussing things with one of the referees. As we'll get play going here in just a second, just the referee clarifying things with both referees, and it looks like another Holliston player is going to be going to the bench, or to the box. Kind of a confusing little bit of altercations here.
It looks like only one Holliston player is going to the box. They're just getting a little line change, giving Reese Duncan a break.
I'm not sure if there might have been a bench minor that had come up, sending maybe a Holliston player to the bench. Maybe there was something that was said on the ice. But in any case, it's a 2-minute power play for the Hillers as they have it at the point. The wrist shot, and a good glove save there by Quattromoni. The shot coming from Andrew Gilbert.
Yeah, not really sure what that penalty was, but the Panthers have 2 men in the box, but they still got 4 guys out on the ice. So a little 5v4 for another minute 51. Not really sure what the second penalty was, though. But, you know,
we may
who
never
needs a
know.
reason?
Game to the right dot, circled around, back to the point. Gilbert waiting there, looking across. That takes the shot, and that one a good blocker save there by Quattromoni. Backhander by Mara. They play catch down low. Mara skates it to the point, cross ice, wrister, and that one blocked again by Quattromoni to the far side corner. Dump back in low, Hamblett playing it there, gets forced off by Dutcher, but it's played back to the point. Gilbert across, and they play it back across again, a wrist shot, that one blocked in front. Shot coming from Mara. And a good play there, forcing Mara off the puck. That was Farrell. It's fed down low. Quick shot coming in front. That one deflected off of Quattromoni. A good stop there. Puck comes to the point. Gilbert waiting there with it. Backhands it onto the far side. Mara. Wrister in front. And a good save there by Quattromoni. No rebound.
It seems like every loose puck, whenever there's a Hopkinton player and a Holliston player racing for it, seems like Hopkinton's coming out in front 9 out of 10 times. They're really just an incredibly fast team. It's really hard to compete when you can't even get to the puck in time.
With 45 seconds remaining on the penalty to Schneelock. On the far side, a good muscle by Dan Kirk, but Lab escapes. Finding his way across the near side, taking the puck there is Geary trying to poke it free. Kept in the zone though. Fed across the far side, looking for the tip in front by Weinstock. And on the far side corner, Quinlan. Loose puck on the hash marks. Taken by the Holliston defenseman and wristed all the way down the ice. Back behind the net to retrieve Dylan Mansour. Played down the right wing. Grabbed there by Dan Kirk. All the way through the corner, back behind the Holliston net. Played in front. Good positioning there, though, by, I believe it was Schneelock. Excuse me, that was Geary taking it out of harm's way. Up the right wing boards, trying to force it is Lab. He got hit a bit late. And a penalty will be coming up. Number 9, Cam Jarrett going to the box.
Panthers are back to full strength now, so they'll have a power play of their own for 2 minutes, as they'll look to create some offense they've been missing so far in this game.
So with 2:53 remaining in the second period, Holliston gets a 2-minute power play and a face-off to the left of Bailey. Farrell in on the face-off, but a defensive win by the Hillers. Skating on that puck quickly was Kyle Rogers, but Holliston regains possession in the neutral zone. Dumped back in by Heffernan. And all the way back out. Quattromoni stops it on the goal line. Backhander to Dutcher. Trying to play it through the neutral zone, looking for Joe Williams. The puck goes too far. And offsides is the call. Faceoff will be just outside of the Hiller zone.
Yeah, the Hiller goalie, Cam Bailey, I believe his name is. Gray Bailey, excuse me. He's listed as only 5'9", 135. Pretty small for a goalie, it seems like, but he doesn't really fill up the net. But he's doing a pretty superb job tonight. 2:20 left, no goals. Panthers have gotten off a few decent shots, too. Had 4 or 5 open looks. 135, but he moves very quickly. Able to get in front of that puck, good vision. Making it tough on the Panthers.
Farrell in on the face-off against Sean Walsh. Walsh wins it back to the Hiller defense and slapped all the way back down the length of the rink. Back to retrieve Tommy Lab. Plays it around to the near side corner. Good forecheck there, coming in, looking top shelf. Shot goes wide on the glove side and careens up and out of play. Good forechecking there by, I believe that was Kyle Rogers in on for Hillers.
Yeah, Kyle Rogers able to take that puck right off the Panthers. Good save by Quattromoni. A little short wrist shot, able to deflect it up, kill the puck.
1:11 remaining on the power play. Holliston trying to get some offensive zone time before this penalty expires, and trying to get at least one before the third period comes along. Play to the right wing there. Farrell trying to engage his speed, gets around, looking for a pass in front, goes for the shot. That one deflected all the way through the crease. Came back to the point, Lab wrists it across, Saponaro for the rebound! What a save by Gray Bailey!
That was one fluid motion from Robbie Saponaro. The shot from Farrell came in, ricocheted off Bailey. Saponaro in one very clean motion rifled that off, and Bailey, that was incredible. Kind of just leaping to the other side of the net, catching it right in the chest.
Face-off win there by Holliston. Quick shot from the left wing by Saponaro. That's taken there by Drew Saporositz, excuse me. Played back to the D, but forecheck there by Will Quinlan puts that puck up into the netting, and a face-off will come outside the zone, I believe.
Yeah, Panthers struggling to get some time in the offensive zone this power play. Already a minute 28 run off the clock. And, I mean, they've spent more time in their own defensive zone than they have in the offensive zone. Saponaro's trying to change that, though.
Saponaro trying to get around the defenseman. Got a good job there by Andrew Gilbert, getting him off the puck and sent back down the length of the rink for 20 seconds remaining on the penalty to Cam Jarrett. Good saucer pass to the neutral zone, taking it. Number 8, Joe Williams, puts it down further, but taken by Andrew Gilbert and sent in between the defensemen all the way back down, and that'll end the power play for Holliston. Back behind the Holliston net, now back to retrieve number 15, Heffernan. To the right wing, an errant pass, forecheck here coming from Curtis Terry. Played up the right wing, indirect off the boards, foisted ahead by Farrell, kept in at the point, but multiple layers there for the Hillers as they dump it back down. Heffernan back to retrieve, and that will be icing. 21 seconds remaining in the second period.
Yeah, that was a really important power play for the Panthers. Really needed a goal there, get one on the board before the third period. You know, I mean, it would obviously help with the score, but it would also help with their momentum a little bit, get a little shift. You know, Hopkinton's been controlling this game so far. A goal on the power play right there might have, switched it up a little bit.
Going aggressive on the face-off, Saponaro, but couldn't get to the loose puck. Now streaking out Cam Jarrett, trying to find Jake Weinstock on the right wing, but the pass too far ahead, and the face-off will come all the way back down to the Hillers zone with 8.6 remaining on the clock for the second period.
So heading into the third period, Panthers will have their work cut out for them. And we'll see. I mean, they're 8-2. We'll really see what they're made of. They have 15 minutes to score 3 goals.
Face off to the left of Bailey, won by Holliston, back to the point, a wrister through the crowd, goes wide on the blocker side. And that'll do it for the second period. Another goal put up by the Hillers shorthanded makes this a 3-0 game heading into the final 15 minutes. We'll be right back for third period action.
Hello and welcome back to Loring Arena here in Framingham, Massachusetts, as the Holliston Panthers take on the Hopkinton Hillers as we're getting ready for the start of the third period, as Hopkinton is out to a 3-0 lead. As Robbie Saponaro steps up against Sean Walsh in the faceoff. Walsh wins the faceoff. He's bringing it down into the Holliston zone. Quick shot. Wide and high. Hit up against the boards. Brendan Geary gives out a good hit. Ryan Dutcher rides it along the boards, and he'll get it right back. He'll put it high up against the boards, getting over the Hopkinton player, number 6, Andrew Gilbert, and go all the way down for icing. So we'll head it right back to the Holliston zone 23 seconds into the third period. 3-0 Hopkinton.
Yeah, you can definitely say the Hillers have definitely had most of the puck possession tonight. Something we definitely touched on in the beginning. That was going to be an important factor for tonight. But I think for Holliston right now, you just kind of want to take it in stride and see if your team can at least come back a little bit, make a more respectable score here.
Yeah, Sam Farrell steps in against Kyle Rogers. Rogers wins the faceoff, gives it to Hamlet. Hamlet gets it taken off him by Farrell. Farrell flying down the ice. Farrell takes a hit, stays on his feet, coming down to the near corner. Steps back, oh, high shot wide right, and he goes, oh, he takes a hard hit into the boards.
That honestly
That'll
should be
hurt.
a major tripping because that was with a whole lot of speed coming down the right wing. Sam Farrell put that puck up, looking for glove side. He got the shot off, but then a big collision at the end boards, and Farrell went in hard. And those boards don't move very far.
Not. Saporocious headed to the box for only 2 minutes. As Farrell is up, skating around. Appears to be okay, but he'll head for a little rest. No, he'll stay on. Tough guy.
I know going for
He'll
the
step right
face-off.
back in for the faceoff. Unfazed. And he wins the faceoff. Geary has it down behind the net. Geary looking for a pass, tipped by a Hopkinton player. Heffernan going for the slap shot off the, looks like he, what they call in golf, hit it thin. He healed it. And Hopkinton player coming down the ice, flips it right into Quattromoni's stomach for a save.
Yeah, again, good puck control there by Quattromoni, not allowing any rebounds. Now, Holliston, the puck is down deep in the Holliston zone right now, but they're really going to want to look to get as much offensive zone time out of this power play as possible, try and get something on the board here.
Saponara wins the faceoff. Heffernan has it in the far corner. Heffernan looking for Geary. Off the board. Hopkinton flings it back down to the Holliston zone. Fighting forward up against the boards. Tommy Lab fighting with Dan Kirk for it. Lab takes it away. Gives it to Heffernan. Heffernan looking for Saponaro. Saponaro loses it, but Farrell has it. Farrell fighting Kirk for it. Kirk able to tap it out, but he taps it right to Lab. Lab goes to Heffernan. Heffernan loses his footing, and Kirk will take it. Kirk will knock it down to Quattromoni. Quattromoni dumps it off to Saponaro. Saponaro, a little tripped up by a player there. Gives it away, but he'll get it right back as he goes down to the blue line. Gives it to Dutcher. Hopkinton player able to get in there and tip it away, but Farrell will take it. Farrell gives it to Lab. Lab back down to Farrell. Farrell on the near side. Farrell to Lab. Delayed penalty coming up. Shot. Whoa! Ooh. Shot coming in. Deflected off the pad of the goalie. And it looks like Robbie Saponaro had a look.
We're going to have another penalty hooking coming up to the Hillers player, number 25.
Dylan Manser headed to the box for what I would believe to be 2 minutes.
So it
It
looks
is
like
2 minutes.
for 45 seconds, Holliston will have a 5-on-3 power play. Huge opportunity for them here.
Very, very crucial opportunity as we have 13:06 left in the game. And they'll call a timeout. So Saponaro calls the timeout. 3-0 Hillers as the Panthers have 45 seconds of a 5-on-3 and then another minute 15 of a 5-on-4. And we're back with 13:06 left in the third period as the timeout has come to an end. And Robbie Saponaro steps into the circle for the faceoff. Puck is down. Hopkinton wins it, and they clear it all the way down to Quattromoni, who will take it, and he'll fling it up to Farrell, who goes off his skate to Saponaro. Saponaro cross ice to Heffernan. Heffernan coming up to the blue line, to the red line, to the other blue line. Stops in a spray of snow, cuts back a little bit, looking for somebody. He has Saponaro. Saponaro down low, goes high off the glass to Lab. Lab takes it. Lab down low to Farrell. Farrell coming down. Shot. Goal! It looks like Brendan Geary. Looks like Farrell had the initial shot, then it got knocked around a little bit. It looks like either Geary or Saponaro. Can't tell which one right now. One of them was able to bury that in the back of the net, make it 3-1.
That was a scrum in front. It didn't look like if it was going to go off of one of the skates of a Holliston player, but we were talking during the timeout. This was really important for Holliston to see if they could get one here, and now it's going to make it an interesting 12 and a half minutes for the remainder of this third period.
as the Panthers still have a minute 23 left of a power play, but Hopkinton will win that faceoff. Cam Jarrett clearing it up the ice. Quattromoni has it. Quattromoni gives it to Lab. Lab going behind the net, cuts back to the near side, gives it to Saponaro. Saponaro going to center ice. Up to Connor Heffernan, past the red line. On the far side. Stops back. They're going to give the goal to Sam Farrell. As Sean Walsh has a breakaway coming down the ice. He goes around and puts it in. Little nifty move going around. Quattromoni on the breakaway. And they just negate the Panthers' goal.
That's too bad. That's a killer right there. And, you know, Holliston getting back up on the board, really feeling it, and just a bad break the other way, a breakaway. And a really good move there by the Hiller player, but it makes it 4-1 with another shorthanded goal for the Hillers tonight.
I don't think the Hillers have scored a goal on an even 5-on-5. They've scored 2 on the power play and 2 shorthanded. As puck is down, Kirk wins the faceoff, and they clear it all the way into the net. Right through the hole, into the fan section.
The faceoff will come all the way back into the neutral zone.
11:59 left. After a goal by Sean Walsh makes it 4-1 Hopkinton.
And they're putting it all the way back into the Hiller zone.
Bring it all the way down to the far side. Far circle. Nope, they're going to bring it into the neutral zone. All the players went down to the far hash, and the ref said no, sir. Cleared by Hopkinton. All the way down behind the Holliston net. Dutcher has it. Dutcher parks behind the net. Comes back to Quattromoni's right. Ducks back. He gets that forced off him by Quinlan, but he'll take it back. He's coming. He's looking for Geary. Leads him too far out front. As Jarrett has it. Jarrett clears it behind the Holliston net. As Lab. It's Dutcher. Dutcher back to Lab. Lab behind the net. He's looking for Farrell. Pass was behind him. Hopkinton player with a slap shot from the red line. You might have guessed. It was wide and high. As Farrell gives the Dutcher in the neutral zone. Dutcher looking for Saponaro, but it goes all the way down back behind the Hopkinton net. As they're fighting for it back there. Saponaro appears to come away with it. But he gets it taken off him by Hopkinton. Dutcher, little Hopkinton player. Three Stooges hitting themselves. As Saponaro gives it to Farrell on the far side. Farrell gives it back down to Saponaro, but Jarrett's able to get in there, and they're fighting for it up against the board. Little scrum. Kicked out by Saponaro. And he takes a hit. As Dutcher has it, Dutcher puts it back down along the boards for Kevin Corbett. Kevin Corbett gives a little hit, but Hopkinton will clear the puck. 10:25 left, and we'll have icing. Send it back down to the Hopkinton zone. As the power play is over, and both sides are back to even strength.
Holliston actually looking all right. You know, it's really tough when you have a goal go against you like that after getting a goal. You don't want to get too demoralized. It looks like Holliston has actually taken pretty well in stride, and they still have the energy they did before.
Saponaro wins the faceoff to Joe Williams. Goes along the boards all the way down to the other side. Cleared back. Hopkinton will clear it again. Hopkinton killing time. They take another icing, and they'll send it back down to the Hopkinton zone.
I'm not sure why they keep dumping it. They're not on the penalty kill anymore, and it's just bringing the faceoff back to their zone.
Yeah. Nonetheless, Ronnie Shamus has it, and he gives it up. Number 7, Aiden Walsh flying down the ice. Quattromoni's left. Tries to shove it in there. Quattromoni able to knock it off. Corbett giving chase. Down to Walsh. Walsh has it. Joe Williams to Brendan Geary. Excuse me, that's Kevin Corbett. But he gets it taken off him by Ronnie Shamus again, who puts it back to the near side. And then number 13, Julian Payne, puts it down behind the net. Ronnie Shamus to Julian Payne. Julian Payne back to Ronnie Shamus. Two of them having their own little exchange. And Shamus coming down, quick shot. Easily gloved by Quattromoni. 9:18 left in the third period as Hopkinton maintains their 4-1 lead.
Yeah, the score might not show up, but Quattromoni has done an absolutely phenomenal job tonight because most of the play has been in the Holliston end, and he's taken a plethora of rubber from the zone, but you can't win them all.
Farrell wins it. Farrell gets it to number 24, Reese Duncan. But I think it's take Tommy Hamlet. Tommy Hamlet with the shot off Quattromoni's right leg pad up into the netting. So we'll have another faceoff.
Yeah, that puck came out of the zone, but it was deflected back in by a Holliston player. That's why it wasn't offsides. But another great save by Quattromoni deflecting that puck up into the netting.
Faceoff on the far hash. Won by Hopkinton. Quick shot. Oh, Quattromoni fell onto his rear end, but luckily the puck was high and wide right. As Farrell flying down the ice, Sean Walsh picks it off him, and now he's coming down. He'll dump it off. Shot wide right. Walsh with a wraparound. Good defense there by Ryan Dutcher, getting a stick in there to knock it out.
Yeah, if he wasn't there, that would have been a sure goal.
Oh.
And we have two helmets stuck together.
As Sam Farrell and it looks like Sean Walsh getting some intimate time. But they'll be separated and we'll resume.
8:46 remaining in the third. Face-off will be to the right of left of Quattromoni, excuse me.
8:46 left. Panthers trying to make up a 3-goal deficit as Saponaro steps in for the face-off. Saponaro wins it, gives it to Farrell, who gives it to Dutcher, who gets his pass intercepted. Slap shot by number 6, Andrew Gilbert, off a Holliston stick to the far corner. Now he's coming around. He's going to come back out. Tries to put it in there off of Geary's stick.
Great position there by Geary to get that block shot.
Dan Kirk gives it to Andrew Gilbert, who's out in neutral zone. He'll put it up against the boards, all the way back around to the far corner, where it will be put behind the net. Farrell gets a stick in there, gets it out to Geary, it would appear, who's fighting for it, still fighting for it. And Geary giving chase down the ice to Andrew Gilbert, down to the near corner, who puts it cross ice. Ricochet to Tommy Lab. Tommy Lab to Sam Farrell. Farrell back to Tommy Lab. Fighting for it. Lab loses it. Hopkinton tries to put it along the boards, and they'll get it out there. Number 6, Andrew Gilbert coming down. He'll cross ice. Shot! Great save on the shot from Will Quinlan. But Hopkinton nonetheless will maintain the puck. And they'll bring it out cross ice to the far side. Shot. Low shot, ricocheted off. They have it, Mera. Mera puts a high shot off of, looks like Joe Williams' arm pad. And Farrell, speedy Sam Farrell, headed down to the far corner. He has the puck, fighting for it, fighting hard for it, fighting off 2 guys for it. And finally he'll dump it off to Dutcher.
That was a great job by Sam Farrell, getting the forecheck engaged and allowing his team to make a change. It's kind of late in the game, but just good fundamentals coming here from the Panthers, showing that they're not going to sit down lightly.
Ryan Dutcher fighting Aiden Walsh for it. He'll win it, and he'll give it to Joe Williams, who puts it down to the Hopkinton zone. Hopkinton player puts it right at the ref. The ref able to kind of get out of the way. And Hopkinton will cross ice to Tommy Lab, takes it. He'll dump it to number 5, Trevor Finaro, who'll give it to Kevin Corbett. Kevin Corbett loses his footing, and Hopkinton will take the puck. They've crossed the red line, crossed the blue line, down to the far corner. It'll skate down to behind the Holliston net, and they'll put it right back behind the Holliston net, trying for a wraparound. Quattromoni tried to glove it, missed it out to the blue line, down. And this time he'll just give it to Ryan Dutcher, who's bringing it, stops in the far corner, dumps it back to Tommy Lab. Tommy Lab off his skate down to the blue line. Hopkinton out to the blue line. Shot, tipped, and saved by Quattromoni. 5:44 left in the game.
I'd be surprised if we saw a little more play from some of the freshmen coming out. We have number 24 out there.
Reese Duncan. As Farrell steps in for the faceoff. Hopkinton wins the faceoff. Quick shot wide, right and high. Down to the near corner. Big hit up against the boards. Connor Heffernan laying it down on Jeffrey Toko. And it's blown dead. Delayed penalty. And it looks like Connor Heffernan will be headed to the box for the second or third time today.
Sam Farrell thought that the call was on him. He was looking like, what did I do? Well, he didn't do anything.
Unfortunately, your teammate did. And so the Panthers will be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. Still trying to make up a 3-goal deficit. Saponaro steps in for the faceoff. Sean Walsh to the blue line. Cross ice. Down low. Takes it back out. Cross ice to Sean Walsh. Sean Walsh at the blue line. Oh, looking down low.
Wow.
Wide right and high. The near side. Have the puck, Mera. Mera cross. Oh.
A great save.
Great save by Quattromoni. As Hopkinton puts it back down to the near far corner. As Julian Payne fighting for it. Hopkinton has it out the blue line. Julian Payne has it. Sam Farrell. Farrell bounces it off the board.
Now we've had plenty of really great saves down on the left side of the ice tonight. That one coming from Quattromoni, a great right to left move in front. That player was right in front of the net to make that shot, but a good save by Quattromoni to keep it a 4-1 game.
So Hopkinton, coming down the near side. As number 19, Tommy Hamlet, puts it against the boards for Tommy Lab. Lab looking for Dutcher. Pass was a little high, but Dutcher handles it. Fighting for the puck. Coming down, looking up ice for Farrell. Farrell coming down to the blue line. Farrell to the red line, to the other blue line, coming down the near side. Skating. Hard shot low, and Farrell goes back into the boards. Another hard hit. He went feet first into it. And they're driving down low. Great save by Quattromoni, trying to go for the wraparound and the ricochet. No good. And they get it back out. And Geary has it. Geary going up. Nobody there. Walsh has it in their own zone. He'll park behind the net. Survey his options. Let a line change take place. He'll give it off. Went off a skate. Went off of Andrew Gilbert's skate. Saponaro has it. Saponaro trying to gut around Sean Walsh. Sean Walsh able to get his stick in there. Give it back to Gilbert. Gilbert cross ice to Jake Weinstock, who gets put up against the boards by Robbie Saponaro. And Robbie Saponaro gets the puck. High shot off the glass, but he'll get the puck back. Another shot wide right. Jake Weinstock has it. He gives it up to Dan Kirk. Dan Kirk goes down as Tommy Lab has it. Tommy Lab over to Ryan Dutcher. Ryan Dutcher on the near side. Ryan Dutcher up ice. Saponaro. Saponaro trying to keep it going up ice, but it'll get knocked back to Tommy Lab. Tommy Lab to Nick Larsh. Nick Larsh coming up. Dan Kirk takes it. Nick Larsh intercepts the pass. Over, tipped out. Dan Kirk coming down. Excuse me, not Dan Kirk. Will Quinlan coming down to the far side, far corner. Fighting for it with Lab. Out to the blue line. Number 3, Reese Griffiths loses control. Nick Larsh, the freshman, coming down. Delayed penalty coming in. And it'll get knocked out to the neutral zone, but Hopkinton will touch it and will have a penalty against the Hillers.
Number 3 going to the box, I think for interference, as he was skating back as he lost the puck at the point. And I'm surprised he didn't go for the puck because he was pretty close to it, but instead he wanted to fall back. And he impeded the progress of the forechecking Holliston player, and that caused the interference.
So Reese Griffiths headed to the box as the Panthers get a quick opportunity, but the Hillers are able to tap it out. Giving chase. Fighting for it down low. Coming out to Heffernan, the blue line. Heffernan with the shot. Tipped. Great tip by Joe Williams. But Bailey able to get his pad in there. Hopkinton player trying to hand it down. Joe Williams with a shot. Saved. Julian Payne on the far side of the blue line. Tipped up. Almost arced into the net, but a little high. Heffernan out of the blue line. Another shot wide right. Tipped up, just staying in. Fighting for it down in the corner. as it comes out to Julian Payne. And Brendan Geary will come in, get a good piece of the guy.
Oh,
Julian
good
Payne
job.
will take it. Great stick lift right there, getting that puck away from him. Saponaro to Heffernan. Heffernan coming in. Heffernan to the near side. Coming down to the blue line. Easy save for the Hopkinton goalie. As Farrell. No, excuse me, not Farrell. That's a goal! Number 10, Sam Farrell with the shot. Top
Power
shelf
play goal.
on the goalie's left. Power play goal makes it 4-2. Panthers still have work to do, but they're one step closer.
Yeah, the minute 25 left. It might be a little too late, but they might make it interesting here. A power play goal. Sam Farrell just finding that loose puck on the right dot and snapping it blocker side past Bailey. And he cuts this lead to 2. And we've seen crazier things.
We have. So Farrell, after getting a little shaken up, 2 big hits into the boards, drops one in the top shelf to cut the deficit to 2. Heffernan has it. Heffernan, as he's in midair, able to put it down the boards. But Hopkinton will have it. Coming up ice, number 12, Kyle Rogers. Dumps it off to the far side. Shot. Wide right. Knocked away by Quattromoni. Going in again, Kyle Rogers. Tommy Hamlet. Tommy Hamlet has it. Going for the wraparound. Knocked out by Quattromoni. Still has it down low in the corner. 4 men fighting for it. And Sean Walsh comes away with it. 3 men fighting for it. And Robbie Saponaro comes away with it. And he dumps it off to Sam Farrell coming down to the blue line on the far side. Tries a little move, gets knocked out, and Kyle Rogers will take it. Kyle Rogers looking up ice for Tommy Hamlet. Tommy Hamlet coming down. Not able to get off a shot as 3 Holliston players swarm around him and knock it out. That's Christian Schneelock with the puck. Looking for Sam Farrell. But a little bit too far out in front. Took a hit as he passed it. 15 seconds left. And the Hopkinton goalie will kill it with 14.7 seconds left in the game. Still 4-2.
Yeah, it was a little tough there as Holliston just couldn't regain possession of the puck. But Holliston's still doing a really good job of just showing good fundamentals. You might not get the points this game, but you're looking pretty darn good almost halfway through the season here.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing you can shy away from this game because you faced against a really tough Hopkinton team tonight.
Schneelock wins the faceoff, but Hopkinton will take it off him. It's number 14, Dan Kirk, coming down the ice, down low to the far corner, back behind the net. Coming down to the near corner. Drops back off. Mera going for the wraparound, and time will expire. So, as the clock hits 0, Hopkinton will win 4-2 as the Panthers do not get any points, but they are still 2 wins away from the playoffs as a very strong showing against a very, very strong Hopkinton team. What do you think about this game, Jeremy?
I thought it was actually pretty good for the Panthers. We came into this game knowing it was going to be tough. The Hillers definitely had the advantage with their puck movement and their speed, and that's why we definitely said that puck management and puck possession was going to be a huge factor tonight. But the Panthers still have good stuff to look forward to. I think we saw really good goaltending from Quattromoni tonight, and you can only get positives out of that. So from all of us here tonight, Don Cronin on camera, Owen Radcliffe, my co-host tonight, I'm Jeremy Krauss. Your final score, the Hillers 4, Panthers 2. We'll see you next week on January 22nd, where the Panthers will face off against Medfield. Good night, everybody.